When we found out what's going to be happening, not knowing how many people are going to arrive, came the day that they did arrive, my husband come rushing over, he said to me, "Get down by the pub there," he said, "and you'll see these baboons arriving." He said, trainloads of them. They're starting to arrive at 7 o'clock. So I said, all right, so told all the neighbouring, because we only had a population perhaps 530, I presume, in those days. It's only a small village. So everybody knew everybody else's business. So I told one person, she told the next one. So we ended up, nearly the whole village was congregated to watch out for these people. And the first train came in. They poured out a little wee short things with all their full pack up. And the thing that really struck me that morning was our 10th Military Band. It was there. And each group that come marching down the station, well, I mean, they couldn't march, they were never marchers anyway, but they come slogging along down the platform. As soon as I see a dark one, it looked like a Negro or Mexican or whatever, clap. I get my girls to clap. About 5:30 that night, Timmy was ringing, bang, bang on the door, opened the door, and there's two shivering guys standing there. "Say, ma'am, can we hire a room?" I said, "Oh, no, drenching wet." I said, "No, we don't hire no rooms." I said, "You take your coat off and hang it on the line there." I said, "You can come in here by the fire, get warm." And they were donned with cans of beer and all sorts of drinks and meat and steak and goodness knows what have you. Come inside and say, "Can we use your cookie, to cook their food?" I said, "Oh, help yourself, show them the kitchen." "It's all right." Well, I just told them what they can do. Next minute, it was about 30, and I didn't see there was a gang of them behind the hedge. I ended up with 30 to 32 of them. Yeah, and they were all cold and shivering. Yeah, what do you call you people? I said, "Oh, we're Maoris. We're the natives of New Zealand." "Do you have slimy limeys here?" they said. I said, "What's that?" They said, "Oh, poms." Yeah. Oh, I said, "We never heard of that, slimy limeys, they called pakis." I said, "No, I never knew about that." And because they'd bought all our shops out of food, because their rations hadn't arrived yet. And so the pub was dry by 9 o'clock that night. We drank like fish. Oh, our house was full of people by the time my husband came home, but he arrived with officers. I only had these little PFCs, what they call private first class, a couple of sergeants and that. But he arrived with a blooming colonel and a major and some other baboon like that, and who came in and looked the guys up and down and said, "What are you tying not right?" and all this, and ordering them back to their camp, whatever outfit they belonged to. I said, "No, you don't. This is my house. They were here first, and if anybody's going to be you. Don't think because you've got the pips up you're going to tell people what to do in my house." Yeah. And then we had lots of people come in to work in the milk bars that they built overnight, and had to have accommodation, so I accommodated the Maori parts of it. Well, they got engaged to endless Marines, these girls, getting engaged every other day to different Marine.
What did getting engaged mean?
Getting engaged, the guys were getting engaged to buying diamond rings and whatever. Oh, they used to come in carloads, wagon. I'll tell you what, from Wellington, the third night the guys were in here, in Paikakariki, they were old women, must be hitting 60 or 70, coming out there looking like young lambs and these old hoggets. Tell you what, all done up, painted and whatnot.
But the women were interested in the Americans?
Some were a bit scared of them.
Why? Why were they scared?
Well, because they were told that they were criminals. They were the scruffy lot of America that were coming, that were there.
So they had a reputation?
They didn't. They didn't really. It's just what our people thought. I used to do a stroll along the waterfront parade in Paikakariki's, it's just the parade. A lot of them used to sleep. They used to come down to the guys and used to sleep on the beach with them and all this stuff. I used to go along with them and stick, and if I saw any Maoris, to give them a wang. Tell them to get back to where they come from, whoever they were or whatever they were. Yeah.